Good morning, everyone. Welcome to episode number 2 of Morning Cigar Talks with Sean here in the smoking section. I'm really excited to be doing a second episode of this, and this was all brought to you by the snow. I am off from work again today, and I figured that today would be a great day to do another Cigar Talks, Morning Cigar Talks, I should say. Get the title right, Sean. So today I kind of was thinking, just through yesterday, some questions that I had for everybody and things that I was really kind of thinking about as I was sitting down here doing my cigar review of a beautiful Cohiba cigar that I did yesterday. So if you haven't seen that yet, please check it out. Go to the channel. It'll be in the mini cigar review series. It was an absolute awesome cigar. I really enjoyed smoking it, and it was a great time. But one of the things that I was thinking about, and real quick before I even get into that, I just want to set a little reminder. If you do like what I'm doing and you like these videos and you want to become part of the smoking section, you can follow me on these little things down here. You can follow me on YouTube, which is obviously where you'd be watching this one, or you can follow me on Facebook at the smoking section groups. So check us out. There will be a link in the description for that if you would like to join. But nevertheless, so some questions that I had for everybody, and this is what I was kind of thinking about yesterday as I was smoking down here. I had a little movie up and, just some things that were going through my head. And one of the questions that I wanted to bring to the table today was, who or what turned you on to cigars? So for me, myself personally, my father smoked cigars ever since I was a kid. My dad actually started smoking cigarettes in the beginning. He quit as soon as I was born, and then as I got older, some of my fondest memories of just spending time with my dad, especially like around the pool or, just kind of hanging out, was him smoking a cigar. So as I got older, I really wanted to be just like my father. I loved the smell of cigars. I just absolutely loved just being able to sit there and talk with them. And I remember, being of an older age, not quite of the age to smoke a cigar yet, especially in the summertime. I would go out on the back porch with my dad. He would smoke a cigar, and I would just sit there and have a soda or a hot chocolate or whatever the case may be. And I would sit there and I would just kind of talk to him about my day. It really kind of opened up a line of communication for me and my dad. Now, my dad obviously worked. I either had school or my first full-time job when I first started getting into it. We would just sit out back and just kind of talk about our days and, tell about, the struggles that we were having. If we had an employee that, was giving us a hard time, or just a project that we were working on. And for me, it was just a really awesome experience just to be able to kind of sit out there and then, talk with my dad and not really have to worry about the world at all. It was a really great time for me. And then obviously as I got older and I started smoking cigars, right as I got into that age of wanting to be able to smoke, I just started kind of picking it up. And I will admit, when I first started smoking cigars, I really didn't respect the cigar. It was just something to do. I was able to draw in on it. I didn't really, look for tastes or flavors. It was just something that I was able to do with my father that, really kind of brought us closer together. Now, I have a car that I restored. It was a 1970 Nova. I wound up doing that with my father as well. So a lot of the times we were in the garage working on the car, and then as we finished it, we wound up doing car shows together. So we always kind of had something there that kind of helped us, not even helped us, not like I had a bad relationship, but we always just had a really great time, working on the car or going to car shows. And then as I got older, wound up, getting more into going to car shows and smoking cigars. And then we started doing cigar events with each other, just to kind of learn about the different cigars, meet some really awesome people. And it was just a really awesome time for us. So, I mean, for you guys, let me know in the comments. And you guys can answer any of these questions, by the way. Don't feel afraid to just comment on the video and answer some of these questions. A lot of this that I'm trying to do here for the Morning Cigar Talks are basically I want to get you guys involved, not just to watch videos, but to feel like you are a part of the community as well. That it's not just about watching me diagnose a cigar or smoke a cigar or anything. Come to the live videos, comment on the videos. I really want you guys to feel as though this channel is kind of like your home away from home, where I can kind of have a conversation with everybody, whether it be through the comments or whether it be, through the live streams or whatever. So please don't feel shy. Please answer these questions if you feel inclined to. But for my first question of the day in this beautiful morning is, who or what turned you on to cigars? Was it a person? Was it just an event? Was it, a family member, which I guess would be considered a person, unless it was like your dog turned you on to smoking cigars, who you still consider to be a family member. But who or what turned you on to smoking cigars? That would be my very first question of the day as I was sitting down here kind of thinking about, I was down here by myself, and it was just kind of like, what made me start smoking cigars? That was kind of like the first question I wanted to start with today. So with that being said, my second question for everybody today, and this was kind of an easy one, and it kind of follows up with this one, but who do you love to smoke with? So I have my best friend who I love. He's like my brother. He's like a second father figure to me. You'll always see me posting videos with him out on the front porch smoking a cigar. And who for you guys do you love to smoke with? Now, me and my best friend, we have very different tastes in cigars. So my friend Chris, you guys would, if you go to the smoking section, you'll see that I post a lot of pictures with me and him, especially like as it gets warmer. We haven't really smoked too much out on his front porch lately, but you'll see me post a bunch of pictures with Chris. Me and Chris have completely different tastes of cigars. Now, Chris really loves like the flavor tipped or the flavored cigars. Whereas I will smoke a flavor tip. I do love like the Fat Bottom Betty and the Crazy Alice and, all those ones, the Leather Rose especially. Chris will love smoking those all day long. Whereas I will bring, a cigar that I haven't tried yet or a very full-bodied cigar to his house. And we have just a very, very different way of smoking. But it's still always a really enjoyable time. And I guess this kind of goes back to my first question. Chris used to smoke cigarettes as well. And, he wound up quitting cold turkey, just woke up one day and said, I don't want to smoke anymore. That's fine. It's great. I started coming over during cookouts and I would smoke a cigar. And I remember specifically asking Chris if he wanted to go to a cigar event with me and my dad. I said, you don't have to smoke a cigar if you don't want to. I know that you just quit smoking, but if you would like to just come, I believe that we were having it at the local bar by me, Dad's Bar and Grill. And I said, you could just go there, hang out with us, learn something about a cigar, have a couple drinks, have dinner. It's all, all included. And he wound up smoking a couple of the cigars and he really enjoyed it. And, from there, we were just kind of going off. Me and him, it seemed like every weekend in the summer, we were just smoking a cigar. We planned out a time that we would always smoke a cigar together, amongst, playing some video games and kind of hanging out and just, boys' day, I guess you'd say. So it was really, really awesome for me to, have him to smoke with. And like anybody knows, you always have like your great relationship that you do with your dad or your mother or both or an uncle or something. For me, I was able to have that awesome experience with my dad at home, but then I also had a really great friend who was like my best friend in the world. I had that experience with him as well. It was just an awesome, awesome experience to be able to just go to his house, talk about our days, just kind of laugh at different things, do a little drinking, have a little beers, have some beers, not little beers. Well, technically they were little beers, I guess you'd say, because we wound up getting the smaller versions of the Corona. But we would always just have a really awesome time together. And for me, it was just a really awesome time, I guess you'd say, that I was able to do something that I'm very passionate about, such as smoking cigars. and bring my friend into it as well, and kind of go through what we were tasting on different cigars. Now, obviously, he always really enjoyed like the Fat Bottom Betty, the Leather Rose, the Toscanos, all the flavored cigars. But for him, I think it was really nice to be able to just sit back, relax, not have to worry about the stress of the world, just have a really awesome experience together and just make a memory together. To me, smoking a cigar isn't always just about what enjoyment I'm getting out of what the cigar is bringing to me, but what memory I'm making there as well. I have a small group of guys that I love smoking with, Chris being one of them. I have a couple other guys that I love smoking with. We go to the cigar shop that I work at all the time. Just kind of sit back, relax, talk about the cigars, talk about different things that we've seen when it comes to, new cigars that are dropping, different cigar deals that are out, why people hate this cigar, why people love this cigar. It's just, it gives us a chance to be able to just sit down, relax, not have too much to do. And for me, that's what it's all about, is just making a memory with those people that I consider friends, that I consider family, that I consider brothers or sisters, or, whatever the case may be. So that's my next question for the cigar talk of the day. Who do you guys love to smoke with? Now, for some, it could be a pet. I know that there are people out there that just enjoy lighting up a cigar and playing fetch with their dog, or lighting up a cigar and having their cat on their lap. Being able to take their kid for a walk, their child for a walk, and light up a cigar while their child plays on the playground. Or, it could be anybody. You don't have to have, a best friend or a relative that you enjoy smoking with, but who do you guys have that might be something a little different from the rest of us? Or it could be a friend, it could be a family member. I'm not saying that you should only answer this question if it's like the weirdest person that you could ever think to, smoke with. But who do you guys truly love to smoke with? That would be my second question of the day. So if you couldn't kind of tell, there's kind of like a theme that's going on here today. And I guess I kind of thought of this theme as I was down here doing my cigar review by myself, is just, memories and people that come together through cigars. And, kind of going back to this question, right here, it could be just somebody that you enjoy meeting at a cigar lounge. A lot of times we have experiences that we're not necessarily realizing that we have experiences with, or people that you even intended to meet. I know that a lot of times some of the memories that I have with things, and that reminds me of my last and final question for this beautiful snowy Tuesday morning, is what's your best memory, your best cigar memory? So I kind of tie that all in together by basically saying, for me, the best cigar memory that I have, and to me, this was just an absolute awesome memory. It really implanted itself on me, and I didn't think of it until just now, and you'll see why. I used to go to this cigar lounge called Main Street Cigars, and it was in Medford, New Jersey, and the lady that worked there always wanted to have events, and me and my father went and did some of these events. And the event that specifically sticks out in my mind is she was having a Perdomo night, and Nick Perdomo and his son were both going to be there at this Perdomo night. And it was just a very small cigar lounge. I think it had like a small little lounge that you could sit in, and then it had a very nice bigger lounge that was for members. They had 24-hour access, but that night, the doors were open to everybody. You could sit in the VIP lounge or in this little lounge, and they were having a Perdomo event. And for me, having that night of just being able to sit down with a cigar and smoke with somebody like Nick Perdomo, who is just a absolute awesome guy, regardless. I'm actually following him on Facebook. I love the pictures that he posts with his family and with his workers. And, he really takes a lot of care with his cigars and with his employees and his family. He juggles everything. And it's so beautiful to see that. And for me to sit down and have a cigar with Nick, it's like, see, I'm already feeling like I'm on a first name basis with him. But for me to sit down and have a cigar with Mr. Perdomo and his son and just talk, showing him pictures of my Nova and asking him questions and just feeling like it was one of the guys. It was a really awesome experience for me to just be able to sit down and make this beautiful memory with his cigars and him. And for me, that's not even the best part of the night. The best part of the night was, and you're going to kind of laugh at this, but it was the best part of the night, it was during a really bad thunderstorm that all of this happened. So about halfway into the event, the power went out. I mean, everything. The lights, the humidifier went out, the fresh air system went out. I mean, everything just died. And it was only about halfway through, and we all felt so bad for the shop owner that we all stayed. And you know what it's like to sit in a room that has no ventilation, has no clean air, and there's about 25 to 30 of us all smoking in this small combined area. There's like this little room right here with some double doors and then the bigger room over here. So it filled up quick. And, our eyes are starting to water because it's like you just don't have that fresh air coming through. So me and my dad stayed for about another hour to 2 hours. And finally we were like, let's get out of here. We really couldn't stand it anymore. We shook, Nick Perdomo's hand and his son. And I went out to the truck and we ran. It was coming down, cats and dogs out there. And we ran to the truck. And I get in the truck and I say to myself, when am I ever going to get a chance to meet Nick Perdomo again? I mean, yes, there are some events that he goes to, but unless you're really willing to drive or it's a local one and you plan for it, I didn't really feel like I was ever going to get the chance to meet him again. So I said, I said to my dad, do you mind if I go into the shop again and just get him to sign my entrance ticket, just to have him sign it? It just would have meant so much. I could keep it in my book of all my cigars and everything. It was just a really awesome memory that I wanted to, end with that note. So my dad said, yeah, absolutely. I'll pull up to the end of the driveway. You just go in real quick, get him to sign it, and then run back out. It'll be a shorter run for you. So I run back into the shop. I go up to Nick Perdomo and I say, Nick, Mr. Perdomo, would you mind signing my entrance ticket? And he takes the ticket and he's just about to sign it and he stops. And I'm thinking to myself, he's going to ask me, like, are you trying to sell this? Like, what's the deal? He goes to the shop owner and says, do we have any more boxes of the cigars that I could sign? And the shop owner says, like, yeah, we have some. He gets a box of Perdomo. Now, it was an empty box. Don't get excited here. But he got one of the cigar boxes and he signed it in his fashionable gold Sharpie. And he signed it. And to me, that solidified my night. And that was like the best cigar memory that I always go back to for that. It was just an awesome, awesome night to be able to get this box signed. And I still have that box. I keep a lot of my cigar rings in it. Every cigar that I smoke, I save the ring. And I still have that box. And I was going to bring it on, but I forgot all about it. But it was just an awesome, awesome experience for me. And it was the best cigar memory that I had. Just being there with my father, smoking a cigar with Nick Perdomo and just having him sign that box. He wanted to make an impression. Like, I don't want to just sign a piece of paper. I want you to see that it was a Perdomo cigar box with my signature on it. For me, that was just like the best memory of when I first started really kind of smoking cigars and all of my cigar experience. So for me to ask you guys, what is your best cigar memory? I would love to know. I don't care how long the comment is. I'll read the whole comment. But let me know, what is your best cigar memory? And, this, for me, and I'm gonna put something else in here, but for me, cigars are they fall into this. And for me, it is fellowship. So cigars bring us all together. It doesn't matter what walk of life you come from. It doesn't matter if you are the richest man on earth, or if you're a blue collar guy, or if you're barely getting by and you just had a little extra money this week and you bought a cigar and you were kicking back, relaxing with a cigar. Cigars bring us all together. And I feel like that is really, really important, that we all have these experiences, especially in a time like today where, being able to get together is a little bit more difficult now when it comes to going out, meeting up. I know that there's, all these stupid, and I'm sorry, I know it's a little controversial, but these stupid rules about only 10 to a party, curfews at 9 or 10 o'clock. I don't even know what the curfew is right now, but, having all these different, disabilities, I guess you'd say, that really put a hindrance on, getting together. To me, that's just really important, that we have something together as a group that brings us all together. Having the cigar group page on Facebook, and I'm actually going to throw that back up while I'm talking about it. Having a cigar group on Facebook really has brought me closer to a lot of people in a lot of different areas. I've had people from Canada that I've been, friendly with. I have people from New York, Waterloo, New York. I have people from all over the place, Texas. I can't even begin to tell you the different countries and states that I have met different people in. And it's so awesome to be able to see that we all have this different, way of smoking, different cigars that, you might be able to get from here, but you can't get from here, and being able to see what everybody's smoking, seeing what everybody's doing, how they do it, when they do it, what they start their day off with. There's all these different things that, we all find interest in, and it all brings us together. So it doesn't matter if I'm in New Jersey here and a friend of mine in Texas is smoking a cigar. It's like being together at that point in time. And to me, I find that very, very, very important, to just be able to have a connection with a lot of people through the love of smoking cigars. So that's just something that I wanted to bring to the channel today. I really thought that it was important to kind of ask these questions to see where all you guys stand, you guys and ladies out there, where you guys stand to, your memories, your cigar experiences, who started you with these experiences, and if you still stay in contact with a lot of these people, if you really enjoy going to the cigar lounge and meeting up with that guy that you'd never get his number from, but you know that he's going to be there, and you just have a great time talking with him. Just these are the questions that I was thinking about while I was making a video here yesterday, doing my cigar review, and I was by myself, and I was just like, what? It's important to have friends through cigars. So let me ask around and see how everybody else handles these things. But for this morning, on this snowy Tuesday morning, I hope that I gave everybody some food for thought. As always, I just want to say thank you for watching. I'm really happy to be doing this morning cigar talks with everybody. I've had a couple days off now because of the snow, so it's not going to be every morning like this, I'm sorry to say. Like I said, you can always check these videos out. I will be dropping a video every Friday at, between the 8 and 9 o'clock hour. So I really hope that everybody enjoys these videos. I hope I give everybody some food for thought on smoking cigars and just some different experiences and life experiences throughout the day of smoking cigars. And I just hope that everybody has a great, great day today. Stay safe. If you are, out at work today, or if you're staying home, stay safe, stay indoors, just relax, kick back with a nice cigar, and just enjoy the day. From the smoking section, everybody, I'm Sean. As always, please stay blessed, stay smoking, and just enjoy the rest of your day and have a safe week. And also join me tomorrow night at 7:30 for our live cigar review stream. Come on out, relax with us, chill out, enjoy a cigar, sit back, grab your beverages, and just relax with me and be a part of the chat. It would really mean a lot to me, and you never know, you might have a great memory of meeting somebody through there as well. So have a great day, everybody. As always, stay blessed, stay smoking. I'm Sean from the smoking section, casting off. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks again for watching. Bye.